Hi guys. This is not a normal video that I actually do, but it's your girl K did. Welcome back, Kins. And I'm kind of happy that I have named Kins for this video. Well, for you guys, the people who do follow me and want to be a part of my family and what's not. Sorry, the show started because I pressed my headphones by accident. So I was in the bus today after I dropped Kdiddavis to school, and I paid for my fare, and I'm very nosy. And the bus driver was talking too loud to this young lady. The young lady was asking about certain places, and then she works in a shelter. I got all of this. I was like a little bit rose back. I couldn't hear every single detail, but they were speaking long. If you don't know New York City buses, when you go inside, there's like a glass there, so you have to speak extra loud for the person. If you're gonna talk to a bus driver or a passenger, you gotta talk extra loud because and also my ears is just very good. My eyes are not the greatest, but my ears are impeccable. Okay, to the point that sometimes all the sounds get me overwhelmed, and I had to my brain get kind of like frazzled because of it. Overstimulation, that's the word, overstimulated. So I was in the bus. The young lady asked about it. She said she works at a new shelter that just opened up. I'm gonna take a month now, so I'm thinking my mind is like probably a Herx kind of shelter. I'm not really sure. If that's like the migrant shelter. Basically, in my mind, it's a Spanish shelter, but if you don't know, if I'm not gonna be ignorant about it, people who are in the shelters, not only Hispanics, they're shown the most on television. There's a lot of black people there too, but still, because of the, as they call it, the migrant crisis, people coming in, New Yorkers, a lot of the people from before, the Hispanics are actually overrunning the shelter compared to blacks. Like before, it used to just be black people overrunning the shelter. Now they're the higher population. I'm not sure what the new number is currently, but that was it basically. I want to say last year. They're usually a year behind on these things. If you know people who work with the shelter, they could tell you about their demographics. But I'm talking about the whole shelter in the whole. From last year, Hispanics were on top and we were second. Before we used to be on top and Hispanics were second, and then other, So yeah, Mandy, this man is not American. You can hear it in his accent. Look like he's probably been here for a while, but he's still got an accent, sir. And sometimes I just don't understand people like this. If you don't know, my mother and father's Jamaican, right? Born, bred, they came to America. My father's journey, I don't know. My mother's journey, she went for a couple of countries, then she came to America, right? Well, I know for sure one country. My mom is a couple, but I know for sure it's one country, and then she came to America, right? And she came the right way from what I know. When I say the right way, I mean like you file paperwork, you get your visa, you get green card, and all these stuff. So this is all these. That's what I mean by the right way. Some people don't have the luxury of doing that. Some people just honestly just leaving the country because they want to leave the country for a better life. They think America is it, and honestly, America is honestly not as you think it is. I'm not saying you can't make it here, but it's gonna be hard. Don't get it twisted. It's not gonna. People think. Well, TV make y'all think, and movies make y'all think that we have the easy breezy, beautiful cover girl life, especially in New York City. And people come here and they see the rats, the roaches, the mice. They're like, "Oh my gosh, it's not what I saw on television." It is not. It's a show. Watch our news, maybe. It's TV shows and movies it's scamming you guys. They're scamming. Yo, American movies are scammers. Scammers. And you are falling for the scam. Gotcha. Oh my gosh, I keep on starting this damn show. Sorry. And I'm sorry that I'm saying I'm alive, because I'm really trying to think about what I'm saying and really, and I don't pre-write anything. So as I said before, I come from two parents, two immigrant parents who work hard. Well, I don't know my father work hard, but he's a construction worker, so I assume that he worked hard. My mom worked hard. She ended up having two kids. Yeah. So the man in the bus was talking to the young lady. The young lady was talking about how kids were getting taken away from their parents, and how what's that person's name? Trump had kids on wallpaper, whatever. And we all know this was even happened before Trump. I want to say in Obama's time, probably before Obama. I'm not really sure the timeline of this, but people have been coming to America. People thought this was a land of free and home to the brave. People have been coming to America, and they had children in cages at one point, right? So the conversation, if you don't know now, you know. Sorry to start to bust your bubble. They had kids in cages, right? All different type of kids, not only just Hispanic kids, just all type of kids, right? But Hispanics are known, I feel like, more because of Mexico and then Venezuela and stuff like that. So, can I say so? Sorry. So, and I'm talking slow. I think also when I talk slow, I say a lot of ums because my brain is just processing and trying to really break it down, and it's like it's giving me like brain farts when I talk slow. But anyway, so the guy and the girl's talking. She said, "I work at the shelter, da da da," and she's saying that a lot of children are getting taken away from their parents, and that they was also talking about like this is not the first time before with Trump about the kids being on full paper. I don't know that was a thing. Apparently, some full paper were involved, and kids were taken away. I know there's an influx of kids getting taken away from their parents who are Hispanic for sure. Why I know this is because I talked to a lady who was, mind you, she's Hispanic, but she doesn't. It's like she could be Hispanic, but she doesn't talk that much Spanish. But she used to be a foster parent, and they are asking her. Her agency that she used to be with, because she's not a foster parent anymore, to see what she was a former foster parent, and they asked her, can she be a foster parent again, because they have a lot of kids who speak Spanish. You might say, how does that correlate? A lot of people are coming here who are Hispanic. Not saying that people are not coming here who speak other languages, but Hispanic people are here a lot in droves in the past couple of years. I want to say the last 2 years, 2.5 years. And because of that, they are taking them with their kids and putting them into foster care, right? A lot of them are not coming here legally. So because of that, is a whole thing. I'm not sure if this is true or not. The bus driver was saying, because they're not coming here legally and they're coming the way they're coming with through water and forests and all this stuff, they're getting their kids taken away, which I don't see a lot of, like I see a lot of families in shelters which have kids and babies, whatever. So I'm not sure how much kids, but I'm not sure how much the ratios are compared who's getting taken away and who's not taken away, how they can choose which ones are not or who are, or whatever. So he said it was told to them, if you come over here, we'll take your kids away. So they got a warning, basically. That's what he's trying to say, right? And this man, as I said before, has an accent. His accent sounds kind of Hispanic. And he said, they know better. They shouldn't have come through the water. You're putting your child at risk. You're putting yourself at risk, which is true. But a lot of people are not fleeing here. Some people are just fleeing here through the planes and just like not going back to the country. I think that's different. If you have to hide in a barrel, if you have to, which I know somebody has done, don't cover me. If you have to hide, run away and go through a forest and water, and a lot of times you are running from persecution, all this stuff, and you feel like you have to do this to get you and your family safe, you're not doing that because you're trying to hurt your kid. You know, it's very dangerous for a child or even anybody to go through those kind of conditions. I don't feel like your kid should be taken away from that. Like, I feel like you should get help. I think America honestly do too much for people, but that's a difference. That's neither here or there because they don't do enough for their people. So I'm like, I think they need to do more for their peoples who's paying, especially the citizens and the taxes, like, and stop helping people outside. And if people come here legally and they're here at this point, we can't do nothing about it. We can't crab out, spill milk. You help who's here, and just stop doing everything outside the country. Like, everybody else, they have their own problems. We have our own problems here. We're struggling. The people are struggling, right? So the guy was saying basically, he said it's basically good because they got warned that they would take away their kids, that this should happen to them. He said if they came legally here, it's fine. Some people, and the lady was explaining, which I honestly agree with, that some people are not leaving just to leave because they want to leave. They're leaving because they're fear for their life. It's basically like, I want to say example. Most of them are probably DV victims or just, or just the political unrest of the country. I'm not really sure. I didn't look at these backgrounds of these countries. From what I understand, that is like, there's a lot of stuff happening, so they're running away for their life and for their children for a better life, right? It's like a DV situation. A person keep on yawning you and yawning you and yawning. You might leave and come back. Unless a lot of people in DV, they end up leaving and come back, leaving and come back. After a while, they just need to go. And these people are going any means necessary to make sure their family is okay. And you're gonna say they basically shouldn't come here, and because they came here and put their kids through those situations. I know if you're a loving parent, you don't want to have your child through that. but you're trying to get better for your child, and you heard in America that this would be better. Like, what do you do, right? I don't believe that foster care should be taking away people's kids, even though granted, not all people who have kids are meant to be parents. But if you feel, if you really feel, if you understand that condition they went through is because of what's happening, I don't think the kids should be taken away. If they're really not taking care of their kids, I understand, like, but it can be a lot. The lady was like, as I said before, she sympathized with the people who are coming here and doing what they have to do, like, getting their family out of the situation because it's not safe and stuff like that. And the guy was like, yeah, they should have come here. They knew better. And it's crazy to me. The girl also was first generation. This guy seemed like he was born in a different country because it's an accent. That doesn't mean nothing, but from what I can surmise, he comes from a different country because it's an accent. This girl was a black, and the girl he was talking to was a black young lady. I'm pretty sure she's not over. I didn't see her face, but from the back of her head and when she's talking, I know it's not crazy. And she's small, white shirt. I want to say black or blue pants. It could have been navy. That's horrible. And her hair was down. It was like up to here. It was permed. Well, it was straight. And I don't know if it's perm or not, or pressed. And I'm happy she was listening, and she wasn't trying to be combative to the bus driver and stuff like that. But she was really trying to say, like, people are running for their life. We're not just running here just to run here. Some people, run here because they think, whatever, and the country's not in turmoil. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people who are literally running because if they stay there, they might die, right? I don't feel like their kids should be taken away. What do you feel like? Like, do you think it's okay that they're doing this to kids? And America has been known for, like I said before, putting kids in cages. We don't need to put kids in cages. Like, that's not something we should be doing. And I feel so bad. But yeah, I wish I could speak Spanish. I probably would have took a little kid home and things like that. But it was just so in awe that he was okay to me talking about this stuff in public, and he with his accent, like, that's what pisses me off. He was like, it's okay if you come here legally, but not everybody can come here legally. When, like, example, how if there's countries in shambles, how the hell can they do paperwork and do stuff legally? Is those stuff even gonna be open? Are they gonna say, oh, you can't go because you're trying to do it, like, you can't leave the country? How can a person do this, possibly do it legally and come here? My honest thing, if all else fails, I feel like, I don't know what I could be wrong. Educate me, please. I'm not gonna look at I just don't understand drift graphics. I really just can't tell. I think it's all wrong anyway, but that's a different story. I'm not gonna get into it. But when you come from Venezuela or these other countries, I'm thinking about only the Spanish people right now. I'm not gonna think about the black people. That's a different story for me in my brain. You know how I categorize things. They skip other countries to come to us. You could have, if you talk to your people, well, they probably they're on the phones, they can't talk to their people, never mind. But you pass many countries, you could have stopped somewhere else. Like, you probably could have stopped somewhere else, unless that country's a hot mess too. I feel like, well, if you darker than me in Mexico, I heard it's not that great. Depending where you are in Mexico. So, but most of them are not. They're lighter skinned. So I'm like, they could have stopped in another Spanish country or stopped in another country. I don't know why people think that we have it made here. We don't. We don't have it made here. We're working hard. Like, we're really working our fanny packs off over here. Like, rain, like they say, rain, sleet, or snow, we're working. It depends what state you're in. Because if you're in the South, rain, sleet, or snow, you're not working. Snow, not unless you work in the hospital. Because if it rains too much, they shut it down. If it snow, they shut it down. Their pipes can't even handle it. So if you're in New York City, if you're in the North, rain, sleet, or snow, you are working like a dog. And these are the states you want to come to. You want to come to New Jersey. You want to come to New York City. Because we have an open door policy. We have a right to shelter, which they work around at with the migrants. And we take immigrants. ICE. They're here because I know somebody who got picked up. Now, I don't personally know them, but I know somebody who got picked up the other day. But we're a melting pot, right? Obviously, the whole country is, but some places are more than others, right? Like New York City is like a melting pot of people, and it's just crazy to me. Like, anyway, that's my 2 cents. Tell me what you think. I'm not here for the argue. I'm not here to argue with you about nothing, but coming from a person who comes from 2 immigrant parents who came here legally, I might add. I know it's wrong to do things illegal. I'm not promoting doing anything illegal. That's just not what I'm promoting, right? But I just say that kids should not be ripped from their parents if they're not hurting them, or, if they want to have the best for their child. I don't think that kids should be ripped from their parents. That's one. And I think that people who are running from their homes, people shouldn't be so crucial, because if you are running from your home for your life because an entity is coming after you or not doing you well, you will do the same thing. And it's that people don't have to you have to put yourself in people's shoes. If you're running for your life, you're doing the exact same thing, and you wouldn't think about it. You're not going to stay there and stick around and see, that's dumb. Like, why would you stick around there and do it on purpose? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for being amazing. Bye.